It's a beautiful day for softball at Graham Rec Park, and we're glad to have you here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. The Bluefield College Rams take on the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs here in Bluefield, Virginia. Hello, everybody. My name is Bailey Engel. We're really excited for a big AAC series. The Rams coming into this one at 8-15, 5-11 in conference, but they're coming in with a head full of steam after a huge sweep of St. Andrews just a few days ago, capped off with a 3-run bomb in the bottom of the 7th from the catcher Riley O'Neal. But they face a Tennessee Wesleyan team coming into this game at 21-13 and 14-6 in the AAC, one of the better softball programs in the entire conference. We're going to take a break and be right back. Finally, a nice afternoon for softball rather, at Graham Rec Park. Also baseball going on at the end of the day. So sorry, folks, we're only going to have game one of this doubleheader between the Bluefield College Rams and the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs, but still exciting to see if the Rams can knock off one of the better teams in the entire conference. Tennessee Wesleyan coming into this game at 21-13, 14-6. They start out with the lineup just like this. Olivia Housewright, the center fielder, bats first, and then batting second, Mackenzie Jackson, the right fielder. Batting third, Bailey Sutton, the second baseman, while the cleanup batter in this one for the Bulldogs will be Courtney Black, the first baseman. Brianna Muller, the left fielder, batting fifth. Shortstop, Allie West, batting sixth. Batting seventh, Lakin Collier, the catcher. Savon Palacios, the DP, will bat eighth. And Rachel Percy, the third baseman, will bat ninth. Getting the start in game one for Bluefield, wearing the red jerseys with the blue pants, Lakin Sparks, the freshman from Tazewell, Virginia. Mom and dad both in attendance down the left field line today. We are just about ready to get started. Stepping up to the plate on the right-handed side, Olivia Housewright in the first pitch. Right across the middle, and the count starts at 0-1. 2:07 start time, Eastern Standard, of course. And we're going to say it's just around 63 degrees and bright and sunny. The 0-1. And the righty taps it foul, third base side. So far on the year for Housewright, she's hitting very well at .358. Has knocked a homer and also has tallied up 10 RBIs. Tennessee Wesleyan coming into this one on a 3-game winning streak, as that one's grounded straight to King. Throw to first in time, and Bluefield already starts Tennessee Wesleyan out with an out. Lakin Sparks got the win a few days ago for the Rams, and that 7-2 victory against St. Andrews. And now her win-loss record has propelled up to 3-7 on the year with a 6.85 ERA. And the first pitch to the lefty, trying to slap it foul, pulls back as it goes outside. Mackenzie Jackson. Jackson, the junior from Knoxville, Tennessee. The pitch, another tapper on the third base side, fielded in foul territory. And a good thing because Meredith Throckmorton wasn't there to field it on the bag. Count evens at a ball and a strike. Oh, Jackson coming into this one of the top batters for the Bulldogs, a team that really has been lighting it up. .368 for the outfielder. No homers, but 3 RBIs. Pitch, and hits the outside corner. So we're already underway. 0-0 the score, top of the first, 1 out, nobody on. And Throckmorton playing to the right of Sparks. The pitch, another bouncer through to Pennington. She can't stab it, but an out is called as Jackson hit that ball out of the batter's box. So that's one of the newer rules in softball. You can't slap it unless you are in the box. So if you try to lead it too much and step out, there's an out. Already 2 outs, and here comes Bailey Sutton. Sutton has 2 homers and 21 RBIs to match that .407 average as she lifts it out to Haley in center field. Backing up off her gloves, it bounces to the fence. On her way to second, Sutton. Haley whips it in straight to Bailey, and it's a 2-out double. So Sutton put a little bit of charge into that one, and for once we don't really have that much wind here at Graham Rec Park, so that ball was not helped by any elements at all. So here's Courtney Black stepping in on the right side with a runner at second, no outs, or 2 outs rather, and no runs scored as of yet. First pitch, just a little bit low. Well, Black leading the team in average at .453, also has 4 home runs. So there's 38 RBIs. Pitch, swinging a ground ball on the third base side, tried to jam her up. Sun just overhead, partly. When I say partly, very partly cloudy skies with a few wispy clouds overhead on that mountainy backdrop right behind center field. A 1-1 from Sparks. Swing and a miss. Wicked changeup. Strike 2. Riley O'Neill popped out of her cross confidently after that one. Boy, Black was really ahead of it. See if Sparks can work her magic again as she deals with the ball right near her thigh. 1-2. Whizzes outside. And 2 balls in. Brianna Muller on deck for Tennessee Wesleyan, leading this team with 7 home runs. So Bluefield trying to delay her first at bat till the second inning. 2-2. Dander again, foul, third base side. Toby Brooks, the head coach over at third base in his 16th season at the head of Tennessee Wesleyan. Pitch. Swinging another foul ball, bouncing left side. Sutton had a good jump to move over to third, but will have to go right back to the middle at second base. Starting to battle here. And some fans making camp out in center field right near that flagpole where the flag's not moving. Another ground ball, third base side. So in the field for Bluefield, King at third, Pennington at short. Over at second, Lauren Bailey, and Throckmorton completes the infield at first. Now the 2-2, outside. Oh, full count, ball 3. Cameron Pearson gets the start in left, while in center field, Erin Haley, she'll be the flex player. And in right field instead of left this time, Gabby Mellick. Payoff. Popped up right side of the infield. Throckmorton calls for it and makes the catch in the palm of her glove. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and Sutton left at second base after the double. We'll head to the bottom of the first, still tied at 0-0. Welcome back to Graham Rec Park, everybody. Still no score going to the bottom of the first, and we'll see the first reps from Rachel Matthews, right-handed pitcher.
Welcome to the plate, your leadoff hitter, number 10, Kate Pennington.
And here's Pennington, the senior from Chilhowie, Virginia. Well, Matthews coming into this one with a 2.36 ERA. She's been pretty good so far for the Bulldogs. First pitch. And just cranked inside, ball one. Pennington steps up to the plate with a 286 average, starting to heat up just a little bit more right at the end of her last season. No homers and 11 RBIs. Pitch. Once again trying to jam her up. 2 balls, no strikes. Percy at third, over at shortstop West. Sutton getting the start at second base, Black at first. Then in left, Muller, center, House right, and right, Jackson. 2-0. That time it hit the corner and Pennington nodded. 2 balls and 1 strike. And a catcher in this one, Lakin Collier. 2-1. Driven foul, right side, out of play. Boy, Bluefield really did feel electric after a couple of those big wins yesterday against St. Andrews. Had a good lead going into the 7th inning. St. Andrews able to tie it up, and then Riley O'Neill with 2 runners on and no outs, just absolutely belt 2-2. Thought about it and laid off that rise ball, ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Still no score, 0-0. Pennington steps up to the plate again, awaits the payoff. Here it is. Popped up right back to the backstop. This is a huge weekend for Bluefield. Have Tennessee Wesleyan in 2 games today, and like we said, unfortunately won't be able to broadcast the second game. But tomorrow we're going to have that entire doubleheader against Montreat. 3-2. Little flare towards second, and Sutton charges to make the catch for out number 1. So with 1 gone, here comes Lauren Bailey. Lauren Bailey, we were talking about it in the dugout right before this, that she had heard me calling out her walk-up song, which was the Peanut Butter Jelly song that actually matches her nickname, Peanut. And she said, "Don't worry, Bailey, I changed my walk-up song." Now steps up to the plate on the left side, adjusting her elbow guard. Freshman coming from Suffolk, Virginia. Bailey hitting .333 on the year. Still looking for her first collegiate home run. Pitch. Strike goes on the outside corner. Stepping up on the left side, Percy at third base. Rams going with those older red jerseys today. Couple of number mix-ups. And Tennessee Wesleyan with the white and grays. Pitch. Miss. Outside part of the plate and quickly up in the count, Rachel Matthews. No balls, 2 strikes. Already 1 out and still no score. And honestly, it's a little eerie how the wind isn't burning our faces right now. 0-2. Oh, Bailey fouls it away, and once again, umpire quick to call it out as Bailey tried to slap it out of the box. There's out number 2. So we've seen that twice today, 1 for each team.
You don't even have to like me.
Here comes Cam Pearson.
Now at bat, number 4,
406 average on the year for the senior. Now the first pitch. Bounces it up the middle, a base hit. So they had to see 1 pitch, and she singles straight up into center field. Rams looking for something going here with 2 outs, and now Cam Pearson on. Here's Meredith Throckmorton, the sophomore from Smithfield. .345 average. She's got 3 homers on the year, looking for her first in a while.
First baseman, number 18.
Steps up on the right side. Wearing number 18 today. Usually wears number 24 in the usual jerseys. Pitch. Right down the middle to Throckmorton. Strike 1. Throckmorton always helps out at some of our other extracurricular activities we have throughout the Bluefield College Athletics program. 0-1. Check swing foul ball right side, and it's already strike 2. Helps bring the stats to the broadcasting table during basketball games. And helps spot Jacob Kiefer statistics during volleyball games. The 0-2. High and outside, whip to first. Tag laid down by Black, but Pearson dove right back into the bag. Ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs, still in the first inning. Both teams looking for their first run. Boy, this would be a steal if Bluefield was able to take game 1 against from Tennessee Wesleyan. The pitch, swing and a stroke. Wow, that was well inside, and Throckmorton sent it on a ride foul. So trying to calibrate it here, well in front on the off-speed pitch. Ball and 2 strikes. Pearson on first with a single. 1-2. Flare into right field, a base hit. Pearson on her way to third, and the relay keeps the runners on the corners. So Pearson had a big jump. That pitch went opposite field, going inside out for Meredith Throckmorton, and now Bluefield has runners on the corners with a pair of outs for Lakin Sparks.
Now at bat, your pitcher, number 20, Lakin Sparks.
Here's the freshman. Looking for her first collegiate bomb as well. The pitch. Little bouncer towards second. Sutton able to get it and throws to first in time. There's the final out. No runs on 2 hits and 2 runners left on base. Heading to the second inning, still knotted up at 0-0. Wind picking up once again at Graham Rec Park, and we're still scoreless between the Bluefield College Rams and the TWU Bulldogs. Formerly Tennessee Wesleyan College, and made the change to a university just a few years ago. The website is still TWC. First pitch, swinging a drive by Muller, back to center, and that one's going to bounce towards the fence. Muller sprinting to second, long whip from Haley, bounces off the glove to Lauren Bailey and into the hands of Lakin Sparks for another stand-up double. So Muller already with 7 home runs on the year, wasting no time, trying to get her 8th, and that ball was just about 5 feet away from escaping.
Now bat number 1, Allie West.
Here's Allie West. A runner in scoring position with no outs. Pitch showing bunt, pulls back. Throckmorton had a good charge from first. Got to hand that to Lauren Bailey. She's always ready to back up some of these throws and take the position at first base. A real competent infielder. Pitch, bunt laid down, first base side. Throckmorton whips to first in time. But the sacrifice works as Muller moves to third. So it'll be a 3-4. Already 1 out, and here's Lakin Collier.
Now bat number 0, Lakin Collier.
Collier steps up on the right side of the plate. The pitch, just a bit low for ball 1. So Tennessee Wesleyan beckoning with a runner at third base in a tie game at 0-0. Stroke down the left field line and foul. So Lakin pitching to Lakin. This Lakin at the plate hitting .222 on the year. That's 2 home runs and 11 RBIs for Tennessee Wesleyan. Not a lot of these players wearing batting gloves. Pitch must have been inside as the whip down to third, not in time. Muller able to get back on the bag. A heads-up play by Riley O'Neal. Count at 2-1. Pitch. Swing and a foul ball right off the umpire. Count evens at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Collier coming from Philadelphia, Tennessee. Pitch. Bounce on the first base side. Standing at 5-5. Count stays at 2-2. Sparks deals. Change up, lined over to King. Race to the bag, double play. Out number 3 right there. Unassisted double play turned by the freshman from Auburn High School. And Bluefield gets out of the jam. Headed to the bottom of the second, all tied up at 0-0. After the big double play from Carly King, Bluefield still tied with Tennessee Wesleyan heading into the bottom of the second. And here's the catcher, Riley O'Neal. O'Neal, the hero from Game 2 of that doubleheader when she blasted that 3-run bomb. We posted it all over our social media with Bluefield College. That was her 3rd home run of the year, made that 14 RBIs. Trying to keep the hot streak going to go along with her .276 average. First pitch, line inside from Matthews, ball 1. And the 6, 7, 8 part of the lineup for Bluefield. It'll be Mary Blake Avery right after this, and then Carly King, the freshman, batting in the hole. 1-0. Fouls it back on the backstop. Count out a ball and a strike. So O'Neal trying to find the third base hit off of Matthews. Pitch, bit high and in. We said in the last game, O'Neal, one of the more enthusiastic players for Bluefield College, always sharing anything we put out on Twitter. Just a really proud Bluefield Ram. Pitch, line drive and a left field, a base hit. So O'Neal keeps her hit streak going, now over at first base to lead off the bottom of the second. Here comes Mary Blake Avery. Avery getting the start at DP once again.
Now at bat, number 7, Mary Blake Avery.
Rachel Matthews taking a while now, has already given up 3 hits. Pitch, showing bunt, popped up right to Matthews, and Bluefield misses an opportunity there. So just couldn't keep the bat down, got under it a little bit, and Matthews was able to field her position for out number 1. Now stepping up to the plate, here's Carly King, fresh off of that double play she turned to end the top of the second. See if she can do anything offensively here. Runner at first, and O'Neill to pitch. Inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Gabby Mellick on deck. King has stepped into her position at third base with a lot of poise. Now the 1-0. Smacks it foul right side, and that'll roll in towards the parking lot and hit the tire of my car. So as we watch that yellow ball roll around, 1 ball and 1 strike. Pitch. Check swing, foul ball, and King just didn't follow through on it. I mean, folks, it's got to be a full-time job to chase foul balls around here. We're already uplifted here, a little too high above sea level. That's why the wind swirls around in this valley. And then the foul balls just roll all the way down the hill. Now that one is stationary in the parking lot. Back to the diamond though, ball and 2 strikes. That pitch knocked on the inside corner. A good one from Rachel Matthews. There's out number 2, and the right-handed pitcher has her first strikeout rather the whole game. Here's Gabby Mellick.
Gabby Mellick.
And Mellick's got to be careful here because of that slap call that has already happened twice in this game, where the players have led their way out of the batter's box. Pitch popped up left side, out of play. As the slap hitter right on the 9 part of the lineup. Right fielder coming from Newport News, Virginia. Now Riley O'Neill over at first base. She led off the inning with a single. 0-1. Line drive, center field, and once again, another out called. Going for the slap, and they can't really get away with that today. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and Riley O'Neill left on base. Headed to the 3rd inning, still no score. Really not a lot of justice for some of these slap hitters today. 3 slap hitters have already been called out by the umpire right behind home plate for exiting the batter's box. So Gabby Mellick taken out after that in the bottom of the second. Here we go to the third inning, though. Lincoln Sparks still in the circle for Bluefield. Savon Palacios will lead it off for the Bulldogs in the 8-9-1. A couple of defensive changes as Sparks deals a first pitch strike right over the middle. Aaron Haley taken off of the field. And now into center going Cam Pearson. Malik moves to left, and Talon Strange now the flex in right. Another changeup floats right across the middle to Palacios, the freshman from Naples, Florida. 0-2. Swinging a tapper foul down the third baseline. Palacios making her 11th start on the season. Also looking for her first home run and has 1 RBI. So both teams have had their chances. 2 doubles hit on the day for the Bulldogs. 0-2. Change up, check swing, and just bumping it down the first baseline, rolling in towards the dugout for Tennessee Wesleyan. Tennessee Wesleyan making the 3.5-hour trip from Athens, Tennessee. 0-2. Inside. There's a ball and 2 strikes. It'll be Palacios, Percy, and back to Housewright. 1-2. Just a bit outside, and Sparks is still awaiting her first strikeout of game 1. Won't have game 2 for you right after this. We're going to try to make it fair and go all the way over to Bowen Field. 1-2. Swing and just cued off the end of the bat, rolling towards the batter's box for the batter's circle. Ball and 2 strikes. So 0-0. Sparks with a smile on her face, rocks and delivers. Swung on and fouled off again. We'll have senior day for you tomorrow. A couple of Rams getting honored. Caitlin Pennington as well as Morgan Sawyers, who is out for the season with concussion injuries. And then Aaron Haley joined by Cam Pearson. Pitch. Popped up right side of the infield. Hooking foul. Throckmorton calls for it and follows true to her word. Route number 1. Now to the 9-hitter, here's Rachel Percy.
Now at bat, number 11, Rachel Percy.
Percy making her 24th start on the season. No homers and an RBI for the third baseman. Just a batting average of 170. As that pitch is well inside from Lincoln Sparks, ball 1. So in the past 2 series, Shelly Newton has mixed it up with the starting pitcher of game 1 of the doubleheader. Usually Cam Pearson gets the start in game 1 as the pitch is grounded straight over to King. Throw to first, on target, 2 outs. But the formula worked against St. Andrews where Sparks got the start in game 1. Bluefield always starts out a little bit better, has the energy there for the first game. And then in game 2, brought Cam Pearson in. Kind of battled there at the end of the game, but Bluefield's bats hung tough. Now back to the top of the lineup with Olivia Housewright. First pitch. Swinging a ground ball towards the middle. Bobbled by Pennington. Stays with it and gets the out at first. 3 up, 3 down go the Bulldogs, and we'll head to the bottom of the third. Still knotted up at 0-0. You're listening and watching to the Rams on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Both teams looking to bump out in front here at 0-0. Rams go in with Caitlin Pennington to lead off the bottom of the third. Led off the last inning with the single from Riley O'Neal, but then failed to bring her in. First pitch from Matthews, swinging another bouncer, trickling into center field, and Pennington is on with her first single of the ball game. Now here comes Lauren Bailey trying to keep this thing going. Second straight inning where Bluefield has their leadoff batter on.
Now at bat, number 9, Lauren Bailey.
Bailey will go to the right side now after being called on that illegal slap hit. Pitch showing bunt, right back to Matthews, and now the throw to first turned on an unassisted double play. Second time today where Bluefield has popped up a bunt, and that wipes off the runners from the base paths.
You don't have to love me. You don't even have to like me.
Now at bat, number 4,
So
Cameron
another missed
Pearson.
opportunity there, and here comes Cameron Pearson. Pearson 1 for 1 with a single of her own. Pitch inside. The senior from Tennessee hit her 4th home run just a few days ago in the win against St. Andrews. Now has 13 RBIs on the year. The pitch, swinging a slow roller over to third. Piercy hands it and throws to first in time. Quick, bottom of the third. Already 3 innings in the books at Graham Rec Park. And now we'll head to the 4th inning, still tied up 0-0.
Jackson.
0-0, 4th inning we go at Graham Rec Park. Leading off this inning, it will be Mackenzie Jackson. Pulls for a bunt and brings it back, and it's ball 1. Sun's one of those 3 players that's been called on a slap out today. So we're in the 2-3-4. Jackson, Sutton, and Courtney Black. Another bunt attempt, and this time she failed to draw the bat back. Ball and a strike. Lincoln Sparks so far in the day has only allowed 2 hits. Really the best chance for either team to score was back when there was only 1 out in the 2nd inning. Pitch, making a foul ball, lifted left side, and that'll roll down the mountain. Ball and 2 strikes. And Brianna Muller got to third base. And then with Lakin Collier up, lined it over to Carly King and raced back to third base on the double play. Pitch, and just a bit outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The offer, just a bit outside. Offer, another short tapper to third. King charges, quick throw, not in time. Legging out an infield hit, Mackenzie Jackson. That was basically a swinging bunt, but now she's over at first base.
Now at bat, number 21, Bailey Sutton.
Here's Bailey Sutton. Drilled a double out to center field. Aaron Haley couldn't track it down. She has since been taken out. Out in right field, Taylon Strange. Melican left, and now in center, Cam Pearson. The pitch, just a bit inside, but called a strike. Tennessee Wesleyan coming off of a few wins against Brenau. Also beat Coventry College. They're 21-13, 14-6 AAC. No outs and a runner at first. Pitch, swing and a miss. Good one from Lakin Sparks. And the freshman is quickly up in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. For the Rams, it'll be a busy month of April. Montreat tomorrow and then Allen on Monday. Pitch, swung on and pulled foul, left side, and the count remains no balls, 2 strikes. And they'll be right back here Tuesday, and Alice Lloyd comes to town from Kentucky. That'll be a doubleheader. Then they'll drive to Kentucky to face Alice Lloyd. So 4 games against Alice Lloyd next week. That one is popped up deep center. Pearson with a beat on it, steps up and makes the catch. Now 1 gone for Courtney Black, who popped up to Meredith Throckmorton in foul territory to end the top of the first.
Now at bat, number 14, Courtney Black.
So even though senior day is tomorrow, the Rams' scheduled last game at Graham Rec Park will be April 23rd. That pitch is inside, throw to second, tag. Not in time. Pennington just flopped on the base runner as Jackson slid in. An off-balance tag there from Pennington, but now Jackson in with a swiped bag. And actually that was called a strike. No balls, 1 strike, and just 1 out. So the only force now is at first base. Pitch. Swinging a ground ball over to third. King checks down, throws to first in time. Good job by the freshman there to make sure Jackson wasn't coming. Now there are 2 gone. Well, King has been really busy over at third base in this one. 3 5-3 putouts already in the books, and of course she had that double play where she snatched it away from Lakin Collier. That pitch goes inside to Brianna Muller. She had a double. We're in the top of the 4th, folks. Still no score, 0-0. Pitch. Muller watches it go right through O'Neal's legs, and the wild pitch brings the runner over to third. So O'Neal couldn't keep that one in front. 2 balls, no strikes. Muller had that big double out to center field last time. Sparks looking in, 2-0. Swinging a ground ball straight over to King, has to throw to first. Once again, Carly King playing a solid third base today. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and Mackenzie Jackson left at third base. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th, still looking for the first run. It's 0-0 from Graham Rec Park. So far, a fast-moving game 1 of this doubleheader. Welcome back to Graham Rec Park, everyone. 0-0 the score. Meredith Throckmorton will lead off the bottom of the 4th, going up against Rachel Matthews.
18,
Matthews with just 1 strikeout on the day, but she's allowed 4 hits. Her defense really has backed her up so far in this one. That double play after Lauren Bailey popped up a bunt and then threw it over to first base. Matthews that took Pennington off the base paths. Here's Throckmorton. Little bouncer over to short, through the legs of West, and with the E6, Throckmorton is on. Could tell that was trouble from the start because of the backspin that the ball had coming off the inside of the bat from Throckmorton. West tried to play it off the bounce, and the ball just took a weird spin. And now here's Lakin Sparks. Pitch. Swinging a ground ball, third base side. And just out of play. Sparks grounded out to second her last time. And the Rams get on the board here. Runner at first and Throckmorton. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Healthy cut from Sparks, and she's quickly down in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. The bottom of the 4th, still no score. Wind blowing out towards right now. Pitch to the freshman. Swing and a foul tip, glove by Collier, and there's strikeout number 2 for Matthews. Here comes Riley O'Neill.
Number 21, your catcher, Riley O'Neill.
And Rachel Matthews looking through that white baseball cap, delivers. A ground ball on the backhand, going to second, throw to first in time. 1-6-3 double play, and Matthews was ready for that one. 4 innings in the books, headed to the 5th inning now, still with no score. O'Neill throws it down to second, and we're just about ready to head underway with the 5th inning. Daily Angle here. Game 1 of this doubleheader. Unfortunately, folks, we can't have game 2. We got to get over to Bowen Field to make sure that the second or the first baseball game can be broadcasted. Don't worry, we're going to have both softball games for tomorrow here right on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Still looking for a score. Tennessee Wesleyan with Allie West to lead off in a 6-7-8 due up for the Bulldogs. That sacrifice bunter last time. Pitch. Fastball right across the plate, strike 1. A lot of double plays in this game. This field has been the victim of two of them already. Pitch. Popped up, high, out of play. Quick on the 0-2 for the shortstop. Starting to look around now. We haven't seen it in the other games. Has blowout twice right today. That American flag is that way. 0-2. Swing and a miss. What a change up from the freshman. Good way to start out the inning for Bluefield. And that's just the first strikeout of the game for Lakin Sparks. Speaking of Lakin, here comes Lakin Collier. And into that double play her last time up into the second inning, showing bunt, and bounces it right back behind O'Neill. So Tennessee Wesleyan will be going with a small ball approach here, trying to get something out. They have just 3 hits in this game. A double for Sutton as well as another 2-bagger for Brianna Mullen. Already 1 out, still no score. The pitch to the righty. Ground ball straight to King. Got it on a snag, throw to first, basket catch. And the foot applied to the bag from Throckmorton. Everybody's pulling right down to third base. Carly King has been ready. So Vaughn Palacio steps up to the plate. She popped up to Throckmorton to lead off the third inning her last time. 2 outs, first pitch. Right down Broadway, strike one. Already in the 5th inning. Oh, 1. Slice foul right side and going down the road. So Sparks just a strike away from her 2nd K in the books. In front of a good crowd considering at Graham Rec Park. Pitch goes in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Sparks whips, readies. Change up, just slapped foul. You could tell Palacios was kind of buckled by that change-up pitch and just had to throw her hands out. Ball and 2 strikes. Pitch. Swinging a ground ball right behind O'Neill. Not a ton of offense in this game, and Sparks trying to keep it that way. Ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pitch. Another changeup just rising high, ball 2. Good job Palacios to lay off of that pitch. And with an even count, Sparks steps right back to the rubber. The offer just a bit inside, ball 3. Two balls, 2 strikes, excuse me. And we even count the pitch. There's ball 3. Almost seems uneventful without the wind. A little bit weird to hear yourself think around here. Now the payoff. Just a bit outside, and Palacios earns the base on balls. That is the first walk for either team today.
Rachel Percy.
Here's Rachel Percy. She grounded out to Carly King her last time to the plate. Sun really baking down. With the Farmer's tan ready to go. Like we've said in the past games, we don't really have an awning on the press box. We're just subject to the elements, and today that element is the sun. The pitch, high and in. Now need a new game ball. Now at a standstill, trying to bring in these new game balls. Ball and no strikes. Rachel Percy trying to bring in the first run. Under the Mendoza line, the pitch. Right across the middle, strike 1. This would be a big win for the Rams if they are able to sneak this one away from Tennessee Wesleyan, as that pitch is fouled straight in the glove of O'Neill. Be right back here tomorrow against Montreat on Senior Day. Pitch, high and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tennessee Wesleyan at third right now in the AAC. At first, Troop McConnell and Milligan at number 2. Pitch. Swing and a miss on a changeup. Nasty pitch from Lakin Sparks. And the side retired in the 5th inning. So Palacios left at first after the walk, and we are still tied 0-0 right here at Graham Rec Park.
Avery.
Here comes Mary Blake Avery to lead off the bottom of the fifth. Still tied 0-0 between Bluefield and Tennessee Wesleyan. Number 3 team in the AAC as that pitch is grounded over to third. Percy fields in foul territory and just scoops it. She fielded in fair territory and scooped it into foul territory. What a play. Percy probably should have just laid off of that one, so Avery is on. It's got to be an E5. Maybe a break there.
Playing third base, number 22, Carly King.
And here comes Carly King. Struck out looking her last time. She's one of 2 strikeouts for Rachel Matthews. Runner at first, wind blowing in towards home. Pitch, just a bit inside. King struck out on an inside pitcher last time. Almost turned into that one. One ball, no strikes. The offer. Check swing and just choked it right down into the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Let's make that 4 straight innings for Bluefield where they have their leadoff batter on. An even count, Matthews nods in. Pitch. Swung on and popped up first base side. Avery's got to get back, and that will go just foul. That probably should have been caught by Black, but she tried to cover the bag at first. Wouldn't really blew that one into foul territory. Ball and 2 strikes. And now a little fielding conference called. Tennessee Wesleyan really wondering what's happening here. They haven't found any answers from Lakin Sparks. Sparks doing a good job on the circle for Bluefield so far in this one, but the Rams trying to answer and help her. Ball and 2 strikes as the fielders go right back to their positions. Here's King. Showing a bunt for timing. Pulls back pitch. Fouled away, skying out on the right side. Dig right back in on the right side again. Avery reaching on an error at third. The pitch, once again, choked up foul, first base side. Malik on deck. This has moved at such a fast pace here. Rachel Matthews, as well as Lakin Sparks, speeding up this game along. Now the wind returning to Graham Rec Park. Runner at first, 1-2. Just a bit down the line. That's a fair ball for Carly King. Avery on her way to third as that ball leaks all the way into the corner. Here comes Avery on her way to home plate. She's there. Throw to third. In time, King is out. But an RBI double puts Mary Blake Avery on the board, and Bluefield leads 1-0. That ball was just hit right into the perfect spot. King belted it right down the line. It was about an inch fair.
Now bat number 11, Gabby Mellick.
And here's Gabby Mellick showing bunt. Doesn't pull back at strike 1. She was called out on that slap attempter last time up. So it's 1-0 Bluefield. Just in the bottom of the fifth. Mellick trying to get on with nobody on the pitch. Ground ball, first base side. And just foul. She's got to be careful here. Already 3 slap hitters have been called out today. And Mellick has been called out before. 0-2. Down the left field line, and that is off the glove of Muller. Mellick stretching her way over to second, and she's in there. That'll be scored as an E7. Muller should have made that catch, but Mellick speedy enough to get on to second base.
Back to your leadoff, number 10, Kate Pennington.
And here's Kate Pennington with a runner in scoring position. So already 2 errors for Tennessee Wesleyan. Just 1 out. The pitch showing bunt, lays it down first base side, and it'll roll foul. The Bluefield using the small ball and their own tactics here. Mellick at second base, one of the healthier base runners for Bluefield. No balls, one strike to the senior. Matthews delivers. Popped up, shallow right, could be trouble, and it is. Bumping into Jackson was Sutton, and everybody's safe. Mellick moves to third, and then Pennington is on with her second single of the game. And for Mackenzie Jackson, the right fielder, she is just a bit hurt there. Going back, Sutton and her did not really discuss on who was going to get that ball. We're going to take a break right here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Runners on the corners and one out. Bluefield leads 1-0. Jackson taken out of the game, and now the designated player, Savon Palacios, will play inner place out in right field after the collision with Sutton, the second baseman. Bluefield, meanwhile, has scored a run as that pitch inside to Bailey. A couple of pump fakes and a throw down to third. And on the defensive indifference, Pennington moves to second base. Now we need some more game balls. One ball, no strikes. Bailey 0 for 2 in this game. So the inning started off on a ball hit to third base by Mary Blake Avery. It was scooped into foul territory by the third baseman, Percy. She got on with an E5. Then coming up next, Carly King just blasted the ball down the right field line on a line drive, rolled all the way into the corner, the perfect spot. And then she was out trying to stretch in a triple, but she brought in a run on that RBI. Mellick got on with an error, and now that bunt, bringing in a run. No, Mellick tagged out. On her way to second, Bailey, and no throw there. So Mellick out on that squeeze play. Matthews was ready and lobbed it right into Collier. Pennington moves to third. There are 2 outs. And Bailey gets all the way to second on the fielder's choice. Here's Cam Pearson with a chance to really bring in some runs with 2 outs. 1-0 Rams lead. Now the pitch. Just a bit inside, ball 1. So the Bulldogs coming into this series with a 3-game winning streak now in jeopardy as the Rams lead 1-0. Big opportunity here. Senior at the plate and a senior at third. The pitch, just a bit inside again. 2 balls, no strikes. Already 2 outs. A lot of space in the middle. Pearson already with a hit. 2-0. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Could be one of the bigger weeks of the season for Bluefield in the month of April. The pitch just a bit outside. Another cut and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So Matthews can possibly get out of the 5th inning with only allowing 1 run. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runners in scoring position. The pitch, swinging a flare over towards right, and Sutton backs up to make the catch for out number 3. But a run scores on 2 errors as well as 2, and Bluefield leaves 2 runners on base. Headed to the 6th inning now. Rams on the board. It's 1-0 Bluefield. After a tumultuous bottom of the 5th inning, Bluefield leads 1-0 against Tennessee Wesleyan, the number 3 team in the AAC. And the Bulldogs will start out with the top of their lineup against Lakin Sparks, who has now 2 strikeouts, has only allowed 3 hits and 1 walk in this game. It'll be Olivia House, right? She's grounded out twice, once to King and then another time to Pennington at short. Pitch. Right down Broadway, strike 1. Good pitch from the freshman. A lot of these Bulldogs have just bounced the ball on the left side. A lot of these right-handed batters well early and just haven't connected well. 0-1. High and in. Ball and a strike. So to be House Wright, Mackenzie Jackson, and Bailey Sutton all due up. Jackson actually subbed out. That pitch goes high and in. And it looks like a new batter is warming up in the batter's box. 2 balls, 1 strike. Looks like that's Sydney Chambers that will bat for Jackson. The pitch, low and in. 3 balls, 1 strike, and that Tennessee Wesleyan dugout getting pretty excited. Count 3-1. Pitch. Ground ball sharply hit to King. She fields, low throw, scooped up by Throckmorton. Busy day for Carly King, and Throckmorton on the backhanded spear got it out of the dirt.
Number 18, Mackenzie Jackson.
And now a new batter coming up. It will be Caitlin Cantrell now.
Correction, 16, Caitlin Cantrell.
Cantrell, the freshman coming from Athens, Tennessee. Now stepping up on the right side. For the freshman playing for her hometown school, trying to make something happen. The pitch popped up, right side of the infield. Bailey steps up and squeezes for out number 2. Cantrell just sees 1 pitch, and there's out number 2. Here comes Bailey Sutton.
Number 21, Bailey Sutton.
Second baseman has a double all the way back in the 1st inning. Since then has flew out to Cam Pearson in center. Righty deals. Popped up, right side again. Bailey tracks and makes the catch on the fringe between the dirt and the outfield. What a 1-2-3 inning orchestrated by the freshman Lakin Sparks. And Bluefield goes into the bottom of the 6th with a 1-0 lead. Rams with a 1-0 lead into the bottom of the second. Here's Meredith Throckmorton, Rachel Matthews still on the rubber for Tennessee Wesleyan. The pitch choked up and popped up right behind our press box, strike one. Throckmorton has reached twice today, once from a single and another by the error from West, the shortstop. Went right through her legs. So she's 1 for 2, 4, 5, 6 due up for Bluefield. 0-1. Popped up sky high left side. Foul territory. West tracks it down and makes the catch. There's out number one. Rams still up 1-0. They scored back in the 5th inning. Courtesy an RBI double from Carly King, trying to stretch it into a triple, and she was gunned down at third base. Here comes Lakin Sparks, 0 for 2. Pitcher looking for her first base hit and takes a strike right across the middle of the plate. So for Tennessee Wesleyan, trying to keep this at 1-0, headed to the 7th. Pitch, swinging a pop-up once again right behind our plate. And quickly down, no balls, 2 strikes. Toby Brooks' team trying to come in with a chance in the 7th. That pitch whizzes outside. Ball and 2 strikes. For Shelly Newton, this could be a huge win. AAC such a tough conference, especially for Bluefield with all the injuries. 1-2. High and in. And actually, that was ball 1. So the count at 1-2. Riley O'Neill on deck. Pitch. Check swing right back to the overhang of the fence. Ball and 2 strikes, 1 out. Shelly Newton saying to just swing through, get the barrel on it. 1-2 offer. Popped up right side. Going back Sutton, and she'll make the catch right in front of the new right fielder, Palacios. Already 2 gone after a couple of pop-outs, and here's Riley O'Neill. O'Neill grounded into that 1-6-3 double play that ended the 4th inning her last time. Now with nobody on, Rams still leading 1-0. Bluefield looking for some much-needed insurance. Tennessee Wesleyan has yet to score a run in this one. Pitch. Check swing down the right field line, and Bluefield's catcher will have another chance here. Quickly 0-1. The ball just dropped foul about 2 feet. You Rams fans, we're going to be right back on the Rams Digital Sports Network coming up at 6 o'clock for baseball. That pitch goes a bit high to the catcher. Ball and a strike. Matthews deals. Fouled away. So O'Neill on time with it. Ball and 2 strikes to the junior catcher. Mary Blake Avery on deck if Bluefield gets that far. Looking for a stamp here in game 1. 1-0 the score. Nobody on. Matthews looking in. Starts the motion. Fires. Outside corner. And O'Neill is taken down with a strikeout looking. 3rd K in the books for Rachel Matthews. And the score stays at 1-0. Rams trying to hold on when we come back on the Rams Digital Sports Network. 7th inning of game 1. Bluefield leads 1-0. Courtney Black, Brianna Muller, and Allie West, really the meat of the lineup for Tennessee Wesleyan, due up to face the freshman Lakin Sparks. Sparks has only allowed 3 hits in this one. Last hit came all the way back in the 4th inning. Here's Courtney Black 0 for 2. First pitch. Just a bit outside and low, ball 1. Brianna Muller had a double back in the 2nd inning, and she was left at third base, or rather taken off at third base after a double play. Hard hit ball through the 5-6 hole. There's a single. Potential tying run at first base. Courtney Black is there. Rams trying to find just their 9th win of the season and possibly their 6th win in conference. Now a pinch runner in. Natasha Robinson, the junior outfielder, will run for Courtney Black. Here comes Brianna Muller. Rams have already turned 2 one time today. Boy, they would love to have another one. Pitch. Low and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch. Popped up left side. Pennington waved off. Melick and Pearson can't make. Go ahead run came in, right?
Number 28, Olivia Housewright.
Yeah. Sorry about the technical difficulties, folks. Internet just went out, but as it did, the score is now 3-1. Throw home, trying to turn 2 a bit high. And the fielder's choice is not there, but the score 3-1. Infield fly took Palacios out. And then Rachel Percy with that bunt brought in another run. Ball hit up the middle. Caitlin Pennington couldn't hold on to it, so Allie West came in to score as well. Score is 3-1. Percy all the way over at third now. Pitch just a bit high and inside to Bailey Sutton. House right now on at second base, and at first, that had just gone on with the fielder's choice. Pitch low and in. Bailey Sutton 1 for 3. This will be a tough one for Bluefield to come back from. The pitch popped up already with 2 outs into center field. Pearson charging and makes the catch right in front of Taylon Strange. Able to track it down. And after that tough inning, not only for the Rams, but for us up here in the press box, it's now over. Going into the bottom of the 7th, Bluefield trying to come back. It's 3-1. Last chance for the Rams. They trail 3-1 going into the bottom of the 7th. And here is the designated player, Mary Blake Avery. She's the only run Bluefield has scored today. Got on with an E5 back in the 5th inning. It was knocked in from that RBI double from Carly King, who was on deck. Gabby Mellick in the hole. Been a fun one. Had some technical difficulties that made that top of the 7th a little bit harder to watch. But now here we are in the bottom of the 7th. Avery, the junior from Newport News, trying to get on base here. Rachel Matthews looking for a win. Pitch. Swinging a drive, left field. Muller going back, can't make the catch as that ball bounces to the fence. Avery sprinting to second. Throw there, not in time, and it's a stand-up double to lead off the bottom of the 7th. Now a chance for Carly King, possibly the tying run. 3-1 the score. And King with a good double down the right field line her last time. Now showing bunt. Might be doing this for timing reasons. Pulls back. That pitch is swung on and belted right back and caught by Stevie Collier, our cameraman. That almost hit our camera. And we're all right. No balls in 1 strike. Really tense part of the game, getting even tenser here. Showing bunt again, a runner at second. The pitch, swinging a foul ball off the body, running to first, and she'll have to go back. After King ran that out, she's got to go all the way back home. No balls, 2 strikes. Sparks on with a double at second. 3-1 the score. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Rams looked like they were going to hold on there, but that top of the 7th inning just did not start out right for Bluefield. 3 runs scoring for Tennessee Wesleyan. 0-2. Outside corner, Matthews rung her up. There's out number 1, and now going to the bottom of the lineup with Gabby Mellick. Got on with an E7 her last time.
Number 11, Gabby Mellick.
And now a timeout called by Tennessee Wesleyan. Who they have to possibly be talking about here with 1 out. Head coach Toby Brooks straight out to talk with his pitcher. 16th season at the helm. Graduate of Tusculum College out in Greenville, Tennessee. Also coached at Montreat College, who Bluefield plays tomorrow. After the conference is done, Gabby Mellick ready. Mary Blake Avery, the junior, at second, and now the freshman steps up to the plate. 7-5-7 connection, trying to bring in a run. Bluefield trails 3-1. The pitch, fouled straight back, strike 1. And the dugout calling for their freshman to do something crazy. Let's see if she can here. Only 1 out. 0-1, just a bit outside. Rams have to watch out for that slap. 3 batters have been called out exiting that batter's box on a slap attempt. Ball and a strike, 1 out. Wind blowing towards right for the lefty. Now the pitch. Popped up, center field. Housewright has a beat on it and makes the catch for out number 2. The Rams are down to their final out as they go back to the top of the lineup. 2 of the best table setters on the team between Caitlin Pennington and Lauren Bailey.
Kate Pennington.
Here's Kate Pennington, 2 for 3 on the day. Mary Blake Avery at second base. Bluefield trails by 2. So Pennington represents the potential tying run. First pitch, fouled, straight back, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Pennington's gotten a couple of good hits today. Pitch, Ground ball to short. West has it. Throw to first. And Tennessee Wesleyan wins game one of this one 3-1 behind a big top of the 7th inning. So Bluefield falls to 8-16 and 5-12 in the AAC. Tennessee Wesleyan now winners of 4 in a row. They go to 22-13 with a 15-6 record in the conference. So Bluefield's loss, unfortunately, will be handed to Lake and Sparks after a good first few innings of the game. Just let up those 3 runs in the top of the 7th, while Rachel Matthews will get the win for the Bulldogs. That's going to be it for our softball coverage today because we got to get over to the baseball field. My name is Bailey Engel, reminding you the final score. Rams lose this one 3-1.